yourself. We're going back there is this drop. It's going to be a jump here at the end of it. I'm going to drop in a 40 real quick. Alright, I'm back up here at Ghost Line. It's kind of a sweet but frosty day up here. And there's soft jumps on the ground here in the middle. But it's sunny, so the air feels good. I'm ready to do some work for sure. I'm thinking that what I'm going to do this time is just kind of work my way from up here down to the crown jewel and just kind of fine tune it as I go, because I'm seeing some things I want to work on as I pass by. So what I decided is that for this first little tabletop double in here, I'm going to cut the landing down a little bit, and the dirt that I take off the landing I'm going to throw up onto the top of the lip and just change the shape of it. I'm just going to reverse it. First step is to take some of this dirt out of here. And get out of it actually. Yeah, just trying to use this there. That's up in the high part of that. That side is more to this side anyway. I got that opened up pretty good now. I'll be able to really dig into there and change the shape of it. And you want to be able to use that dirt, so I'm going to move the junk off of it. That's the operator, and that's a nice big workable path to have here. A movable path also to check my plan. Pull those out of the way in a minute. here. This plan. I'm moving a bit this time. I'll see what I can do to just cut it down in size here. I'll be out on the way back up and come back down and get this. Blackberry, really nice and start just grab the green thorns. Bend them out of the way. I guess it's fine if I don't build that up right now because maybe I don't even want to build it up. It's just going to mean more work, and if it's already shaped good, if I can cut down this, if I can cut this down there enough, then it won't matter anymore. So that is a big part of the plants right there. And I can dig into it a little more so I can pick up the tool and just drop it right here. It's like a little over a foot wide. Dirt's pretty soft, but the top of the ground's kind of frozen. Alright. I'm gonna pull this back, I guess. So now that I'm working on this and it's kind of showing the way, I'm seeing a better way that I can do it. It's not going to matter if this is too high, if the distance is all the way back here. I mean, I closed the gap all the way back to here, so if this is now the top of the landing and this is all a nice downslope, then that fixes the problem too. So instead of worrying about trying to kind of like chop it down anymore, now what I can do is pull everything over the place where I chopped down and fill in the ramp. So I'll take all this loose stuff and just use it to even everything out again. And I'll throw all the loose stuff I can all the way up to the top to add to this new top shape of the landing. This is the new piece of the landing right here. Yeah, that's a good plan. That makes that fitness work a safe walk because I can just pull the door right down. Now I already have a nice ramp space here. It's going to be a lot better. So all I did was pretty much just kind of close the gap to the point where the actual impact was happening. So I was jumping down right here, but now it's going to be just whoosh.
So I'm back here again at this curved floater, or what it's supposed to be. I mean, it's not working too well. When I came through and did the test on it, it's still a speed robber. It doesn't have much float to it, so I'm going to have to do actually more work on this. And what I was realizing is that this is more important than I thought at first, because if I can hold good speed over this, like I said, then that's good now, that middle little hop. And then, I mean, I think that this is actually the problem here. Because I'm still not quite getting all the way over the big booter. Just landing like right on the edge with the back tire, just enough that it's kind of like an oof. And, I mean, I don't want that, so I gotta make it better somehow. Gotta hold more speed in here. And I really don't like pedaling between jumps, especially when it's like a small little spot like that where you can just do like one quick pedal and then you end up kind of off balance going into the next one. I don't like that, so that's not the idea for in here. So what I'm thinking is that I need to just cut into this more. Last time I was up here, I kind of worked on this like towards the end, so I didn't have as much energy for it, but this time it's going to be kind of the main focus, I guess, is just really fixing this up.
Drops down on this side, so I don't need any of that. I'm going to stick with this high part. I'm moving this grass right here. sometimes there's just no easy way to do it. You gotta get in there and attack it. Now I gotta stop this edge a little bit more. I'll try to blend it. I'm just kind of gradually tilting the cover back so I can stop less of an edge. Really jagged looking neck, but it'll be workable with the road. Man, I have to dig out this whole ridge right here. It's right in the line. The only way to get this shit is to come out sideways like that, I guess. Sketchy target practice over there. There's a shooting spot over there. I mean, we hope people are gonna use it safely, not be shooting out wild. But you'll never know. Most people that come up here to shoot though, they know what they're doing, they've been at it for a while, so most likely they're just using the backdrop and just popping targets like they do, you know. This place doesn't usually attract like too many wild, crazy, flash the gun in the sky kind of types, you know. This shit's just not coming along easy. Gotta kind of change the procedure a little bit. I'm gonna pull these out. I still don't want to lose too much dirt, but I can't keep fighting with those. They can chill there, that's good. I can get some of that dirt back. See, I'm gonna have to cut this out right here. That's not bad. One good hard chop. Scoop that out. Starting to get more of a ramp built up here. Swap needs to beat it. can match the rest of it too. Makes it easier to see what I need to do. And it's encouraging because it makes it look like it's already finished. So I think I just need to kind of get down and do a little scooping. A little bit here because it's not too bad. A little bit here. That's great. Get into here a little bit so this will all be workable. Help out. Alright. The last part needs to chop out right here. Should be easier because it's already loose on the other side. Not really though. So solid compared to all the rest of it. How fast roots. There we go. Now that's really starting to look like something. That's an actual feature now. So this will make this jump a lot more usable.
All right.
back to ghost line again.
Down here at the sweet spot. So, I just keep thinking about this one and just what can I do to just make it work. I don't want to pedal in. I've already fixed up the floater up top. I fixed the landing so it's more consistent on that side last time. I can build that up a little bit taller. I'm going to do that probably. But other than that, I think the next problem here is actually this kind of pointless lump here. I mean, I tried to kind of carve a little lip in it to turn it into something better, but I don't know. I can either I'm kind of trying to decide. I can either kind of scoop it out more and put more of a kick on it, or I can just kind of chop the top off of it a little bit so it doesn't rob so much speed rolling up over it. Okay, so I had to kind of think on it for a second. I did come in with the plan of maybe doing this one dirty and chopping it down a little. Chopping the top off of it. Which I don't know if I'll still have to do that, but probably not, because now the new plan is to probably just build it up more. Because the ground's rocky and frozen. And it's going to be Frankenstein's undoing if I chop into that a lot. And the shovel just bounces. It's like hitting rock. So, I'm just going to build this up because that's what's available right now. And that's probably the best anyway. That way it'll be a nice big boot over this little hop. So, for sure, we'll clear it. And that's a good downslope. It should give the last little boost to make this a nice, good one and not kind of like still awkward. I don't like having to preload and hop real hard to get over this one. I want to just float easy, so that's the goal. So, to build this up, there's no easy dirt around that I'm going to be able to rake or grab with the shovel, so I got to dirt bag it. And, just looking for like the best, easiest way. This is looking like a nice steep slope full of soft stuff. So this will probably actually be one of the easier times doing it. So I'll just pull this whole dried up stick out of the way here. So just pull that out of the way. Clear it off a little. That's a sweet zone right there. I'll be able to get tons of dirt out of there.
Everybody shake it, baby.
You have a hill you can cut into like this. really pack it in there too. It's got 0 rocks. Yeah. So it just dawned on me that before I dump my nice first big fat bag here, I should probably get some stuff and I can build up that lip a little bit and make my dirt go a little further. So when you want to build up a lip like that, I mean, you can use a bunch of little rocks and stuff, but it's always best to try to find one big piece, because there's less things that will kind of come pulling up and coming up with time as you run over it, you know. And if I could find like a little piece of a broken log or something that the edges of it will stick out past where I'm riding, that will help make sure that it stays in there. You want to have like any edges that are poking in the direction that the tires are coming through, because they'll hook it and that stuff will start to come up and mess with the whole jump over time. So I need to look around and find just a little piece of a nice solid log, but maybe like a half a log, some of this old crumbly wood that's still a little bit solid.
If I can find anything from right here, maybe I can use a big rock. This will be like a, if nothing else, plan. I don't like that very much because it's got a lot of weird shapes. There's kind of mess. Well, kind of mess with it. Let's take a quick look around just a little bit more and see. Just make sure that that's the best option. Alright, just kind of hunting around a little bit. I might have found just the right one here. Put this aside for now. I might use both of them, but see kind of like what this is doing. Might be something like that. This is what I'm looking at here. Just trying to decide the best way to arrange probably both of these little pieces. They're just small pieces, but it will make a big difference how I put them in here. It's kind of like a little puzzle piece here. I mean, it's pretty nice where that rock fits in. Pretty much, I'm just kind of trying to see what's the best way to use these and make the best shape, but also so I just have to use the smallest amount of dirt to cover it up and not have anything weird going on. So without the rock, put this in there. Pretty good. Yeah, it's better that way. Like I have it. So seeming like that's best for that piece. That's gonna be the lip right there. It fits in solid right there. Perfect. RSV shit. there, so, I mean, that fits in there perfect. So that's definitely staying there. Just bury that. And then I can use this rock to smooth the transition, so there's not some kind of weird edge catching. Still kind of looking to see what's the best way. That's probably it. Yeah, that's it. Can you see? It lays the most kind of into that ramp shape that way. It's got sort of a down slope. And it can kind of shrink away into the dirt better with no weird edges. And it's going to do a great job of just wedging in there. So I think this is set up pretty good here. See how the rock kind of has like a down slope, so I'm going to be able to blend it into the dirt. And it's doing a good job holding this in place, especially once I get it all buried. So that's going to be pretty good. I might look for maybe like one more little filler piece to complete this little hole right here. I just need like a really little piece of this burnt out wood here. I know there's an easy grab right here somewhere. Something like this. And get it in one nice piece. Oh yeah. Break off part of it. Alright. That's just one dirt bag load right there. That might even be enough. I make the most of it. So, I don't want to lose any of it to the back. I don't need any of it there. So, before it spills off in that direction, I'm going to make sure all of it at least goes in. It'll end up being 4 bags to actually completely finish it. I'll see how much I can get down with one. Just by using it perfectly. I'll use it to fill this right here too. I mean, yeah, empty spot. Just use it to fill in all the little spot in here and just kind of see where it's at. Stuff's staying smooth. It's not trying to pop up on me. Not catching any edges except for this grass clump I tried to stuff in there. That didn't settle. The rest of it's not bad though. It's coming up. See what the dirt's getting packed in between, so if I don't fix the hole in front of it a little bit, so I'll definitely work on that transition area right there. And the one load was enough at least to get a flame going. And I'll just dress it up. Oh, that's popping up. I don't want to pull that up because, yeah, see this edge is popping up, but I'm going to just keep burying it. I don't want to pull it up because it's part of what's holding everything all in there. So I'll just keep burying it, and then once I get enough dirt on there, if it still pops up, the dirt will fill the hole anyway. So it's almost kind of like, just like a shape holder. And once I get the dirt on there, if I put enough, it's going to have that shape anyway. quit there real sloppy and just be all lazy about it, but I need to dress it up more to finish it. So, I gotta get some more dirt. I could just call that good and be all lazy about it, but I'm gonna dress it up more, make it pro. So I gotta get back in here in this dirt hole. Dirt mining. I'll just clear away the rest and just continue the little spot here. Gotta set up.
Look at all that. So much dirt and digging a hole for that. Especially in this stuff, it's rock hard. Jamming down into it with the shovel and trying to dig out a 4-foot hole just to get a little bit of soft dirt. Well, thanks, I'll take the dirt bag. That's solid. Alright, now I got a bunch to work with. This is going to finish it, 4 loads just like I said. This is more than enough. If I use it right. I won't be using the teeth in there. It's just mess it all up. This is precision work now. It's down here already, though. Can you just go this way? I haven't hit the better of those on the rest of the hill build, but there's too much going. I won't wait too bit for any more down there, because I already know it's still bad. Stuff on that. I need all this good old lump right here is all for working. Alright. Much improved. Now, how's that gonna go? Find out immediately. Oh, yeah. Definitely has more pop to it.
So I'm back here looking at the crown jewel again. And I like the shape of it. You know, I did good work, kind of like just using what was there, scraping it up into shape. I didn't even use a shovel on this one. It was just Rakenstein. Alright. But it's still just, maybe now with the improvements to the little middle hop there, it'll be better, but I'm thinking that it's still just not quite shaped right. I think it's just not tall enough. And if I build it up taller, then it'll kind of just add to the throw factor anyway, because it will be that much higher that you're kind of dropping off of. I mean, if I could get it built up really nice and tall, it would make it feel more like a drop coming off here. Like a blind, slightly booter / drop. I guess there's another really fancy technical term. A booter drop. A drop kick. Yeah. Alright. So, gotta dirtbag this one too, but I got it even easier. A whole hillside. Not even grass here. Just rocks, but I'm seeing the least rocky part kind of like right there, so this will be even more of a cakewalk than opening up the other one. And I'll just get like, for this one I'm gonna guess, man, if I could really get into it and just throw 10 loads on there, this will be the drop kick. So let me give it a try.
Off to the dirt market.
Yeah, the whole funnel system going here. The glass here just sending it all right in. Nice. And I just don't know if that could possibly be any easier.
Either the bags are getting heavier or I'm getting more tired.
That's 5 loads. If I do 10, it's definitely gonna build it up big, but I don't want to do more work than I have to right now. And I kind of need to see what I have there and get that all stomped in so I can see how much more I need to add, and that way I won't have to fight a big pile. It's already gonna be hard enough kind of like dragging that big pile around into shape, so I don't want to make it any harder. Set up to work some magic on this, make it what it needs to be.
Looking nice.
Man, this is great up here today. T-shirt weather in January. This is unreal. So, I'm up here at Coastline making the most of it. Just basking in this mountain sunshine. And I was thinking about what else I can do up here. And I scouted down below. I know what's down there. It's a little more of a project admin thing down below, but I realized that I can add one more thing up top. This is a great spot to throw in a little kicker. I can just throw in one more jump up top here. That's the plan for today. There's going to be a jump here by the end of it.
Okay, so now, to make this jump, first thing I need is one solid big ass piece, if I can find it, drag it in there. It's just the perfect shape for a jump. Jackpot. And for sure find the right thing here. This is like the marketplace for rotten wood right here. Scrapyard. Find something that I can drag over there without giving myself hernia. What's best here? I think it's start hauling pieces. Let's get whatever I can do with this. Let's start getting some shit over there I can work with. And just lob it. Start making a pile now. Packing up fucking land. There we go. put down there for now. Easily. There's a little hill I could work with in here. Maybe like in there. I can chop out all these finger rippers and I can just open that up and get a pile and kind of like work my way up. I'm seeing some open loose stuff poking out there. That's gonna be the spot.
Start with the biggest piece since I'm building this totally from the ground. And it's going to work best if it's really just right at the peak of the hill. Obviously better than this for a filler, but it's a little bit of a holder kind of too. Not that that thing's going to move. It's kind of just standard procedure for jumps. You just kind of start with your biggest piece and work from there when you're building something like this. Start with your biggest piece and just work on through just to make that ramp. Oh, stay like that. It already has kind of a more of like a beefy part that I'm seeing that I can use. Makes a better ramp this way, definitely. Yeah, I'll have to shape it a little, or no. That could be okay. There's kind of this little rise right in the middle. Kind of want to take advantage of that, because the dirt will pile up on there. I want that to be the main spot. Cool. All right. Ready to proceed. This one sits up higher than the other one, so just gonna trade them. Now it broke. Working out the puzzle here. This is so bad. 15. Good, except I don't want that slice right there. Dirt on there. Some of these pieces is fillers. almost good enough to just start with right there. Probably gonna pop out. Cool. That's breathing.
So there's the frame. Already just whipped together real quick. Fun little puzzle. And I just need to proceed with the dirt. I'll start out by just getting where I can from in front of it. I'll need to break that up and pull whatever's loose in front and on the other side of it to blend out those edges. And then I'll open up my spot and grab my dressing to finish it off. Should be just quick work.
Yeah, so I'll have to start by just doing some quick shovel jabs to break this up. And pretty much choose how much I want to take. I mean, I might as well just get all the way into here. It's soft. Seems like all the way through here, so. Open up this whole stick. Cut some little lines through this, make some sod pieces out of this. Actually, I can use these. These with the seeds. There's the stick. Solid. Wasn't even planning to get some sod pieces to use like this. This is some on the fly plan, and it's working out pretty good. As long as they just go down in there where they're not gonna catch an edge and pop back up again. I don't even need this. It's just gonna be a problem. That's nice. There's tons of thorns in there. I should be wearing my gloves, but no. I can get enough from right here. Maybe I won't even need to use that here. Lined up the edges. Oh yeah, that's it right there. I won't even need to use the hill. I have what I need, I can already see it. I could open up that extra little side bit there, finish off half here. There you go, just use dirt from the trail. Where can you find all the dirt? Everywhere. Into a little flat spot on top of this log. And that's what it's going to need. It's showing that that's what it's going to need to kind of have a look at. It'll be have a lift that you can stomp on. Let's have something that you can stomp against. It's a little rough. It's springing and popping a little right here. It needs a little more power. Nice little string of just acing it. Yeah. Getting pumped on this little jump right here. Barely took me any time. I didn't even get tired doing it. It has a future. Help smoothing all the edges. Get rid of this weird little rockiness it has. I don't know if I might need to try to throw a brace log in front. Because every time it wiggles a little bit, it kind of breaks the shape of the curve. blend this edge a little bit. Just a nice even transition coming in here. Don't want to have any holes. It's getting there. Easy on it. Perfect. That's perfect. Even just rolling easy momentum only from a few feet back. Not even any speed coming in. And I had a good pop already. That's pretty cool. I gotta get a little faster. Easy again. Yeah, that's nice. That's cool, that passes the test. That's good for full speed. Yeah, that feels so good. That's a solid victory. That sets it up so good coming in. Lands in the perfect spot. Boosts the speed coming into the curved floater. Man, perfect addition. Stoked on that.
Man, tiny jump, but big on the stoke right now. Super pumped on this jump right now. This little kicker. I hope that little edge doesn't come up and cause a problem. It needs more dirt on here, really. But yeah, adds tons of spice coming in here. I mean, it's so boring just rolling in here. Oh, look, here comes the floater. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. You know, I mean, you have so much time to kind of like you know, roll along, just waiting to hit the jump. So this gives you something else. Just something else to focus on coming in here. And then like, oh yeah, hit this. Do a little mini whip. Land right here in this perfect spot. And then you hit into this little bank here. It's turning into a berm. It's actually getting like opened up and dusty in here too. Which is great because that means it's going to get muddy and chewed up and it's going to stay a trail and not be like a wild unkept lawn in here. This grass was crazy last year when I was riding on the other trail. And in here when I first got in here. At some point they mowed in here. I don't know, they got like a, you know, whatever management got a mower in here and ran through, but like I said before, nobody else is going to fix the jumps. They might mow and do drainage ditches and do kind of like that maintenance type stuff, but I really just don't know of anybody else who's going to get in here and put the time and TLC to get these nice jumps going. And it's just such a nice section now, especially with that little booster in the beginning. I think I need to throw more dirt on the floater, but it works good like it is. I just would like if it was kind of a little taller and smoother. Just a little more filled in here. And maybe like a little bit more of a lip on it to pop down into kind of like where that dried out rut is. Because you don't need speed at all to clear the mini floater. It's perfect for however you come into it. It's pretty sweet. Man, I just keep walking around looking at this. I'm about to ride it, but I just get like super up on just throwing together something quick like that actually works. I ain't afraid to sweat. T-shirt weather. Trying to ride through this. Work is nearing completion for the big jump line. And down here at the bottom, the big jump is right up there. And so here's this little, well, it's actually a pretty good distance. Jumping off of here works perfectly. And the landing ends up being all the way down there where my skid mark is. So if you come at it full speed all the way down and don't do the brakes, it's a really nice one going all the way down to there. So I like that one. And then you drop down into this real steep chute here. Well, it's not that steep, but when you're coming in full speed, it definitely gets a little wild. I started ripping down through here a little bit. It's pretty fun. It's just nice and wide open through here. I don't see any reason to put any jumps in here right now. Maybe in this section. I haven't thought too much about what's going on past the big jump section up there, but maybe in here there's room to cut something out and then build it up kind of the same way I've been doing. Or maybe just build something up completely with a log frame and all that. Come in, jump from the top of this hill, and then down into here. That would be good. So that's something that can kind of go on the back burner. I'll work on that from time to time, maybe. Think about putting in a jump there. I see building materials right there all over the place, actually. Yeah. I'm not ready to get into all that today. Need to find a dirt source and make a plan, but yeah, there's a nice big piece. Drag that over there, get it covered up. Not even have to build a landing, just scrape this out a little. Nice. Alright, moving on. It's nice and steep all the way down. These nice carving little turns like this. Nice curving, twisted way going down here. I've been down in this way before and ridden in through here a little bit, but it's still pretty raw through here. The grass and everything and a lot of debris all around. This needs to get fixed up, so don't come and just plant a front tire right in there. Unless you just hit that middle skinny right there. And then this definitely has potential for a lot of different things, but I kind of was just thinking through it a little bit, but haven't really got into making it the main project at all yet. But it's kind of, I don't know, you could build that up, double over it, carve that down, drop into it, make this the double, get down onto there. That's probably going to be the best for that one. Or maybe just do like a side-by-side line kind of thing. And just have both. Pretty sweet down in here. It's nice and fast and open. I like it. Yeah, if that's a cool double, then that will spice up this little bottom run right through here. And just rip full speed. It's a little slick and squishy in here right now. If I come down this way, I have to keep it in mind. Whoa. This is the bottom of the trail I run the most here. It connects in with this other, with the old ghost line. People have been running through here just enough to kind of keep it open. And the rain hits the open dirt and keeps it muddy and chewed up. But maybe now that the jumps are fixed up there, more people will be willing to get in here and check this out. And then once they're in it, they'll roll all the way to the bottom. And that'll help get it worked in. Here's used to be something, but it's way too sketchy now. And it would take a lot of dirt to build it up. Well, I mean, if you have all that speed coming down, I guess if I cleared that off and put a lip on it, you could get over to there. I think maybe the builders of old put that log there because they were planning to lengthen this out into a tabletop. So maybe it wasn't even done yet. Maybe nobody even ever hit this one, even before it was overgrown or anything. I don't know. It's got potential though. But, I mean, some of this stuff is a little out of hand for just one person throwing dirt around. I mean, I can do a lot, but some of the stuff's kind of more along the lines of tractor work to really get it into something. This is cool here. It's like a little dried out stream bed. It's all soft and loamy in here. That's gonna be fun to rip through. Conditions are pretty good in this stretch here. Conditions are pretty good down here. This stuff's dusty almost, but tacky too. Dry powder on top and just nice moist tack underneath. Mix it together and you get loam. Well, this is nice through here. This will be nice to just rip full speed. It levels out, so you're not even worried about having to try to plan to use the brakes. Just ride the speed all the way out. That's cool. It's pretty clear in here, too. Here's another used to be rad, but now sketchy AF double. Looks like same idea. They're gonna tabletop it out. Which, yeah, definitely. Man, that's a cool one. It's got a good shape already. That one's doable here, coming full on all the way down. Ride the speed all the way down. And I think if you didn't do the brakes, you'd carry the speed all the way through there. It doesn't turn up at all. It stays pointed down a little bit even through there. So I think that one's doable if it was fixed up. It looks real sketchy right now, but put a lip on that. Clear off, put a lip. You know, standard procedure. I'd call this section like Loam Valley. Loam Canyon or Loam Valley. I think Loam Valley's cool. But yeah, I like it. It's all carved out. And it has that one rut through the middle, but it's a good rut. It's not like a deep square one. It follows that nice loam line all the way down. I'm gonna have to rip that for sure. This is one of the spots where the more used trail, which is also pretty rad. I could take a trip up that way. See what I might want to do up there. I don't know. How steep is it? This other trail's pretty rad too. I've been riding this one. Haven't really done work on it, but there's always new things you can add everywhere. But it has some pretty cool things, some little pretty good sized hops coming off of stumps and stuff. If you hit them full on, it airs out pretty good, and then you land on a steep hill, so you're just ripping. It's slick in here now, though. I can tell that's way too slick in there. It's already sketching off, hopping off the rock next to that stump up there. It's bigger than it looks from here. But then coming into that corner, that tight corner, it doesn't have much of a berm on it, just a rut. It's slick in there. Probably eat shit if I try to drop in there right now. I have bald ass tires right now anyway. At least on the back. My back's getting pretty worn, which is cool for skidding, but sometimes you don't want to skid. But this is a cool thing how bottom of this one hooks into the ghost line. I kind of had a part in that. Sort of kind of scraped that out a little bit. Just with my foot, actually, in the summertime. And now it's turned into this rained on rock hard line here. Just a little hop at the end. Maybe aim for that longest way and stretch it out a little bit, kind of like where that tree is. Kind of land on the flat, but it's not bad. I think I'm just stalling, putting off this climb.